Good afternoon, everybody. Edward Kelly here, your bankruptcy attorney. Fourth video in our series of what debts are there in a bankruptcy and what can I do with them. To summarize, we talked about secured debts, have collateral against them, unsecured debts, no collateral, hybrids, part unsecured, part secured. We talked about priority unsecured, student loans, child support, things that you cannot discharge. They're not secured, but you still can't get rid of them. And we talked about administrative. So what I'm going to talk about today is, so what do you do with these things in a bankruptcy? How do you do it? Well, in the Chapter 7, which is, as I've said, what you want to do if you can, unsecured's gone, discharged, secured. If you're keeping them, chances are that you want to. In some cases, if you've bought a car within around the last 3 years, you're going to have to, if you want to keep it, you're going to have to pay the whole note. If it's older than that, you can split it up and only pay the value and still keep the car. Other secured debts, your home pretty much stuck with, it's very special cases. Other things, you can just pay the value of those items, those personal property items other than a vehicle, and consider the rest unsecured and not pay it. This is in a 13 where you're making any of those kind of payments. So what's a good strategy? So I'm going to mention one more is tax debt. I've talked about this separately before. If it's 3 years or older since it was filed, treat it as normal unsecured. Basically, it's called priority unsecured, but you can discharge it. If it's less than 3 years since it was filed, it's considered priority unsecured, non-dischargeable. You got to pay it. So what if you have child support, taxes, student loans in a 13? So what are you going to do with those debts? Some debts are going to come ahead of others. Others will not. But what you want to try to do is maximize the payments on the debt, the priority unsecureds and secureds that you're going to keep, and then let the rest just be discharged at the end of the Chapter 13, because you only have so much of a pool. If you can divvy it toward things that you can't discharge anyway, that's the best strategy. Now that can be difficult because, for example, student loans, even though they're priority unsecured, you can't necessarily put them above other unsecureds like you can with secured debts and certain other types of debt. However, perhaps you can set up an outside payment plan for the student loans and then subtract that from your disposable income, thus providing less and achieving the same thing. Anyway, these are the things you hire me for, to see what's possible, what you can do. That's not always feasible either. But these are the considerations. So I hope this video has helped you see how do we take these debts, mix them up, and maximize the benefit to you. As always, you can reach me at Edward Kelly Law, Kelley Law @gmail.com, or give me a call at 580-478-3130. And we'll be back with the 5th video tomorrow, wrapping it all up. What kind of debts can I put into my bankruptcy, and what can I do with them? See you soon.